Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential, and today we've got an exciting new delivery of gorgeous Vogue patterns plus lots of new fabrics too. I've picked out my favourites. Let's get started. The first pattern I'm going to share with you is Vogue 2043. It's a really gorgeous, simple dress pattern, but it's got a bit of an unusual design because it's got a draped piece of fabric across the bodice at the front that looks like it's gathered at the shoulder and then at the waist. It's got a simple crew neck neckline, and it's got a princess seam running from the shoulder to the waist on the back and the front of the body. So it seems like there's a fitted bodice piece underneath and then this lovely draped piece of fabric across the bodice. It's got long sleeves, which you can either just have a simple slim straight long sleeve, or there's a long sleeve that bellows out at the bottom and then is gathered into a cuff for a bit more of a dramatic sleeve. And then the skirt is very much it looks actually on the line drawing like it's a flared skirt, but on the models it looks more sort of fitted at the waist and hips and then almost like a bit of a fishtail, but I think it's probably the way the model's standing on the line drawing. It looks like it's more of a sort of gentle flared skirt, and then it's got a waist belt as well to put around the waist, but just a really chic, sophisticated looking dress as we know and love from Vogue, of course. It runs up to a size 24, which is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip, and it's designed to be sewn up in woven fabrics such as crepes, satin back crepes, matte jerseys, rayon challis, silks, jacquards, things like that. The fabric I chose is this gorgeous Moroccan crepe viscose fabric with this really lovely, unusual abstract print on it. It's got a wonderful amount of drape and movement, it really has, and I think it would work really well for that sort of gathered piece across the bodice. And yeah, I just love the bold print, and I think when you're working with a long dress like that, I think this sort of bold print would work really, really well. All the fabrics are priced per metre, so sometimes people get confused with that on our website. We are going to improve it, but they're all really reasonably priced. They're per metre. You can find all the fabrics and the patterns in the links below, and you can also, if you're in the UK, ask for up to 4 free samples of our fabrics if you want to have a look at them before you buy them. So just drop us an email if you would like to do that. The next pattern is Vogue 2044, really gorgeous pattern, picking up on the mega trend that has been around for the last few seasons, which is to have some sort of cutout at the front and then some cute little ties down the front of a dress or a top. It's got a little cutout, a sort of diamond, almost like diamond shaped V cut out up at the neck, under the neckline. The neckline's finished with one of these cute little ties, and then there's one at the bottom of the V and one at the waist. Princess seams that come from sort of underarm to the waist on this dress and then continue down the skirt at the front of the dress, and then you've got the same curved princess seams at the back. Short sleeve or long sleeve option, and you've got a midi length or maxi length option on this, and it's just a really pretty, beautiful dress. It runs up to a size 26, which is a 48 bust, 41 waist and a 50 hip, and it's designed to be sewn up in crepes and silk jacquards, wool crepes, wool flannels, that sort of thing. The fabric I chose for this one is our Prestige crepe in beautiful red, which is one of the colours of the season. Whether you go for the pillar box red or whether you prefer a wine colour, we've also got this fabric in the wine colourway as well, but any hues of red are super popular right now and very, very on trend. And it's lovely that the dress on the pattern packet was sewn up in a gorgeous pillar box red like that to give you the idea and the full effect of the dress made up in that colour. It just looks beautiful. The next pattern I want to share is Vogue 2046. So this is another dress pattern. This time we've got a yoke across the front, again another simple round crew neck, yoke across the front, a princess seam running, and a yoke across the back as well, across the shoulders and across the top of the chest, and then a simple princess seam coming from the yoke down to the waist on the front and the back. The skirt is pretty flared, so again ticking that flared skirt trend that we're seeing very much this season, and there are waist darts on the skirt just to give it a bit of shape at the waist there, and then it flares out. You've got the option for a short sleeve, or you've got the option for a long sleeve. They've used some fringing across underneath the yoke and on the sleeve, so you've got that option and idea there as well. On the long sleeve they've used fringing where the cuff joins the rest of the sleeve, and just a classic chic lovely Vogue dress as you would expect. And as I say, that full skirt is very on trend at the moment. This runs up to a 22, which is a 44 bust, 37 waist and 46 hip, and it's designed to be sewn with things like boucles, linens, tweeds, wool crepes, that sort of thing. I thought it would look beautiful sewn up in this gorgeous fabric, which is one of my favourite high street stores. It's one of their fabrics. I'm not allowed to say who it is, but I always absolutely love this. We've got some more of it downstairs. I've just brought the lighter weight bolt upstairs to do my videos, but I think that dress would look great sewn up in this. I wouldn't do the fringing, you wouldn't be able to do that with this fabric, but I do think the weight and everything of this fabric would work really well for a dress that style. It's a great weight for winter. It's got a really silky soft handle on the wrong side as well, so it'd feel nice against your skin, and I just absolutely love this print. And again, you've got those dashes of red in there to tick that red trend box this season. And then the next pattern is a beautiful knockout couture looking Vogue pattern, Vogue 2047. You can find all these patterns, all the fabrics on our website, so do jump on and check out the links. Don't forget you can get all your habby and supplies there as well. But this dress is, I mean, it's just red carpet worthy. It is something you would expect to see on the red carpet at the Grammys or the Oscars or whatever award show you like to watch. It's just fantastic. I'd love to make and wear this. So it's a fitted pencil skirt, a strapless, sleeveless design. It's got waist darts at the top of the skirt where the waist seam is, and then it's got seams down the two panels at the back, but then it's all about the front. The front has got a sort of, not a sweetheart neckline, it's got a V neckline with a pointed sort of neckline, creating almost like a sort of petal shape, I suppose, and then that comes down to create a beautiful oversized bow on the front of the dress that's just at the waist, so just creating all these beautiful proportions, just cinching in all the right places, drama in all the right places. I think, you know, the balance between the understated simple back and then all that drama on the front, it's just absolute. Please somebody make this and share it. I would love to see it. We've got lots of lovely Duchess satins and things on the website that would be perfect for this. I'll try and remember to pop links to those below, but I also thought our brocade fabric would work really well for this as well, for something different. It lists brocade as one of the fabrics you can use. It runs up to a size 26, which is a 48 bust, 41 waist and 50 hip. And yeah, I just had to show you this brocade because don't normally buy stuff like this, but I asked you all a while ago and a few people said they'd be interested to see some of these sorts of fabrics, and this one is just so beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a floral design on it and it's in cream, like a sort of very pale grey, and then the background is a beautiful gold metallic, so I hope the camera is doing that justice, but it is the fabric of dreams. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I thought if you sewed it up into that dress it would be stunning. But there's also lots of other uses for it as well in this pattern range, so I also thought another way to use it that would be really nice would be to create like a dress coat or a jacket in it. So Vogue 2053 is a cool contemporary boxy sort of tailored jacket. It's you've got the option for a collarless design, and it's an asymmetric crossover at the front, fastened with 2 buttons, and then a hem with a sort of little V at the front, simple sleeves, or you've got the option to do a version with a collar and lapels, and again that's double breasted, crosses over at the front. It hasn't got that asymmetric design, but all in all, 2 really lovely jacket designs. I just think are very contemporary, but also probably pretty timeless as well. And this runs up to a size 22, which is a 44 bust, 37 waist and a 46 hip, and again can be sewn with brocades, linens, tweeds, that sort of thing. I thought if you sewed it up in that, it would be a lovely evening wear jacket. I mean, imagine that like paired with just a simple black jumpsuit, or perhaps another colour, perhaps like a grey jumpsuit, but I just think, you know, I had a dress coat years ago in a similar fabric to this and I absolutely adored it. And then another option I've got is Vogue 2052. All these patterns and the fabrics are linked below. So this is a sort of more loose fitting, oversized jacket. It's got oversized lapels and collar. It looks like it's fastened with a button, a sort of snap fastener or something on the inside. There's no visible button on it. It's got welt pockets. It's got a very deep cuff, but it's sort of oversized and cozy looking, very loose fitting. It is lined. It's got the notch collar and a drop shoulder as well, so it should be relatively easy to fit. I think that's what's nice about this coat. Runs up to a size 26, which is a 48 bust, 41 waist and 50 hip, and again I thought that would look great in that brocade fabric. It would just be a really luxurious special coat to wear, and it could just elevate even the simplest of outfits. The next pattern I want to share is Vogue 2045. So this is a very sort of chic fitted dress that we would expect to see from Vogue. It's got a high neck, it's got a couple of darts under the neckline. Very, very fitted bodice, thanks to 2 sets of fish darts on the front and 2 sets of fish darts on the back. You've got the option for a sleeveless design, or you can do a design with quite a dramatic collar. Sleeveless design, or an option for long sleeves, and then you've got the option for the simple round neck, or you've got the option for a dramatic collar. There's an option for a little patch pocket as well, and it suggests sewing this up in things like medium weight wools, twills, wool crepes, gabardines, but actually I thought the sleeveless version would work very well in this extremely high-end cotton fabric, which is from a very high-end designer which I'm not allowed to name. But I thought the sleeveless version would look amazing sewn up in this. It's got very, very sort of Eastern vibes. The colours are just beautiful, very rich and luxurious. Because it is from a very high-end designer, the handle is silky soft. It's a really high quality, and it's even got a bit of elastane in it. All the composition details are on the website, so you'll find it full information there. But I just thought for a very fitted dress like that, this would work really well, and I just feel like this sort of beautiful warm colours and that sort of Eastern vibe would suit the style of dress really well. I thought it would suit that sleeveless, very fitted dress very well. So that was my choice for that one. And then finally, we've got a bodysuit pattern with a really cool asymmetric neckline design. So you've got the option for the asymmetric design, a full length sleeve and just a simple bodice, or you've got the option for that asymmetric design but with like a shawl piece that comes across and then a tie hangs down the front. It has got, I think, bust darts. Yes, it has got bust darts. It is a bodysuit, although if you're not a fan of bodysuits, I don't see why you couldn't just not make it a bodysuit and just cut that bottom piece off and just create a hem and tuck it into your trousers. But yeah, just a really lovely design. It runs up to a size 26, which is a 48 bust, 41 waist and 50 hip, and I thought it would look fabulous sewn up in our John Caldor ritual fabric, which is a lovely soft knit jersey fabric. It's got really good stretch and recovery. It's super stretchy, this one. It's got almost like a silky handle to it as well, and we've got it in this season's must-have wine colourway. We've got it in loads of other colours too, so do jump on and have a look at those as well. But I hope you've enjoyed that today. Everything's available on our website. I'll pop links to all of it below. You'll also find a link to our weekly newsletter for a healthy dose of sewing inspiration straight to your inbox. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.